Crest Vineyard is this 30-acre property that we live on. We're in the Russian River Valley, Sonoma County, on the Wilson Grove Formation, which is this red rock, this sandstone formation that runs from Cotati up to Forestville. What our soil is sandstone breaking down, and it becomes a gold-rich series of soils, which are really nice soils to be growing grapes in, because it has a lot of drainage. The vines really like good drainage because they don't like to have wet feet. They like to dry out. Vines usually outcompete other crops, and you like them to strike deep roots. And if they're looking for water through poor soils, they have to strike deeper and get a little bit more flavor profile and a little bit more from the different layers of the soil. And so this is kind of a good place for them. We have a lot of fog here, and that marine layer is what it's all about. Without that marine layer, we get pretty hot. We're just now getting to bud break. Bud break happens usually from mid-March to early April. So the sap's been running about a month. The last month before bud break is pruning. So we're cutting off most of the shoots from last year and setting up the vine for bud break so we can start all over again. Our big issue right now is frost, because we're still in March, and through mid-April or so we can have frost. We have no idea what 2012 will bring us yet. You always start the year at bud break like spring training. You have the chance to win the World Series. You're going to have everything's going to go perfectly. The crop's going to be 100%. It's ever changing. It's not the same thing every year, because the year's different. The grapes are growing differently, and so then even when you go to make wine, you're dealing with a slightly different product every year. And we have our winery here. We do everything here. We've been growing since '98, and Crest we started in 2005. Ultimately, you don't control nature, but you can control how it's pruned, and you can control when you do things, and just having the ability to turn on a dime. We can see weather coming and say, we're going tomorrow. That extra levels of control, both here and when you're talking to Daniel in the barrel room in the winemaking, is what it's all about. It's controlling your destiny. You don't want your product in someone else's hands. You want it in your hands.